What is going on, guys? It is Sam, the Raid Man. We are here on a subscribers account today. We're actually doing a clan boss takeover. If you are interested in some type of takeover, I typically do specialize in clan boss takeovers. Hit me up on Discord. I try and put the link to my Discord in most of my videos, or you can just comment on my videos and I'll try and send you that link. But reach out to me through Discord and I'm happy to do a takeover. I used to do them a ton. I'm trying to do them more. I think they're really, really fun. And I want to show you guys the results of the takeover today. It is pretty good. So this is one of my old subscribers, and I've had a takeover from before. Built him a mythfu team, and it stopped working. So he basically wanted me to come on and show why it stopped working, and then figure it out. And a lot of it was like champions have been empowered now, so they're getting extra speed from that empowerment. 10 extra speed on Fushan. I think there might be some extra speed on Dracomorph. He's got a very in-game account, so we're gonna be building the mythfu team for him today. And what I typically do when I get a takeover, I message a lot back and forth. I ask a lot of questions of, okay, how much silver do you have? What team are you trying to build? Do you have something in mind? If they don't have something in mind, they're just saying, I want to build an unkillable team or something like that. They send me their roster. I try and find it, see if there's a team that's viable. I log on to their account. They send me the login details, and I see, is it possible with the gear that they have on their account? So for example, the mythfu is one of the easiest. It's full auto, multiple difficulties, all affinities, and it's a one key, so you can use the quick battle feature. But if you don't have Fushan, then this team is hard to, you can't really build the mythfu. You can build a fu-less myth without this guy, but he brings a 24% speed aura, which lowers the speed requirements for everybody a ton. So it is hard to build without him, but there is a regular myth air team that you can build that's also pretty easy one key. So it's really quick. Let's go over the build and then I'll show you the run and we'll take a look at the damage. It's a pretty high damage team. So first up we have Fushan, who's our lead. He just built in damage gear, 188 speed, a little under in crit rate, 254 crit damage, 287 accuracy. It definitely helps because he does place decreased defense here in case it ever falls off. You turn off the A2 for Fushan. The A1 is super good. Attacks one enemy, has a 25% chance of placing an extra hit, and they can proc again and again. Does a lot of damage. Next up we have Demitha. Demitha's our 3-turn block damage. She's also our buff increaser to increase the increased speed. We got her in 4-star cruelty, which helps. She's also built for damage. 290 speed, pretty fast. She's the fastest by far, and that's 290 plus the speed aura. So you don't have the speed aura, she's 315 or so, 314. Full crit rate, 232 crit damage, 3,900 attack. Nothing crazy, but at that speed, that's pretty good damage. And then we have replaced our ARS with 2 Hanorok. They are interchangeable. 2 Hanorok's a little bit better because you don't have to worry about stun targeting, right? If you have an ARS team, you need Fushan or the damage dealer to take the stun, or basically anybody but ARS, because ARS can't take the stun and cleanse it off herself. 2 Hanorok can cleanse it off of herself. She can cleanse it off of anybody. So she's also built with a little bit of damage, 4,800 defense, 261 speed, 244 crit damage. Next up we have Seeker. Now typically I like to run my Seeker in a toxic set because he's just doing some raw damage and then placing poisons. But we have Dracomorph placing a lot of poisons, so we don't really need the poisons here. Seeker is 181, 5,300 attack, 99 crit rate of course, and 289 crit damage. And then finally we have our Dracomorph right here, +1 Dracomorph. I try to not take gear off of anybody, so the builds aren't as stacked as they could be. 7,700 attack is pretty big, 168 crit damage, full crit rate, 320 crit damage, and 230 accuracy. We could probably glyph some accuracy maybe, but I don't think it's a big deal. Let's go ahead and get into the run. And like I said, this is full auto. I've already tested it for you. So this is a team, +4 Demitha, +2 Fushan, +4 Seeker, +1 Draco, and then 2 Hanorok herself. We have 2 Hanorok with Brimstone. That does help a little bit, but not a massive difference. The 4-star cruelty on Demitha does make a big difference. Everyone is hitting hard, so the little cruelty makes everyone hit harder. And then keeping the decreased defense up as well makes a big difference. So I'm gonna go ahead and speed this up, take myself off camera, and we'll come back at the end, take a look at how much damage we've done. So we're coming right here to the end. I'm gonna make myself a little bit smaller when we see the damage. 46 turns, obviously we've crushed the 1 key. We hit 1 key at like turn 30 or something like that. That's 70 million that we're aiming for. Now we'll say a few things. We're missing a few like things that could help our damage. One, I accidentally left 2 Hanorok's A2 on, so she's placing block buffs and decreased attack, which don't provide any value to us, and those are taking 2 debuff spots that can be poisons mostly, but also decrease defense and weaken. The second biggest, or probably the biggest thing, is that we are on forced affinity right now and we're testing this. Seeker is magic, so Seeker is weak affinity. Dracomorph, our main damage dealer, is also magic, meaning that he's not going to be doing as much damage on his A1 or his A2, and he will not be placing as many poisons on his A2 as he could. The decreased defense and weaken should still be going on pretty consistently, but we're still lacking a lot of that damage from him because of that magic affinity to force affinity issue. Looks like we're about to be done here, and final damage 118.27. Let me make myself a little smaller, move myself over. Fushan 31 million is super good. +2 helps, 3-star blessing helps. He just hits hard. Demytha 11 million is solid, +4 helps. To Hunterrock 21 million with Brimstone is fine, a lot better than Ares. Dracomorph 34 again on weak affinity. This should be the lowest damage he will ever do. And then Seeker 19 million again on weak affinity. I would expect Seeker to be about 24, 25, and Draco to be about 40 on a regular affinity. That being said, Fushan had a good affinity, so that helps. So let's go back to that team. I don't think it'll let me adjust it actually because I don't have any keys, but we will turn that off for Hunterrock. Super quick announcement, got some pretty exciting news from Plarium. I now have my own promo code. So if you want to start a second account, or if you want to start your first account, if you've never played Raid before, you can use this link code to download the game. I showed this in one of my videos, but basically if you use this code, it will give you a free Karato Fox Hunter and 3 epics, Fane, Romero, and Vergis. And here it is, but I'll go ahead and put this in the description of my video. If you use this, you would get, like I talked about, the legendary champion from the Shadowkin faction, Karato Fox Hunter, who's a good damage dealer and pretty good control. A great kickstart if you want to start a new account, or like I said, if you just want to start a second account, you can also pair this code with the Monkey King code or the Superpowers code and get one of those great champions as well. So that's going to be it. mythfu is an awesome team. If you want me to put you a mythfu or a similar team, definitely reach out to me via Discord. I'd be happy to do a takeover for you. Subscribe to the channel if you like my daily content, and I'll see you all on the next one.